During a joint statement to the media, the President and Prime Minister announced that Poland will consistently oppose the European Union's migration policy. It cannot be that when a problem arises, it is solved by imposing it on everyone. We should take measures that prevent the problem and that will implement the obligations of member states. One of the main obligations of member states is to protect the borders of the European Union. In particular, it is the obligation of the Schengen Group countries. An informal summit of the Council of Europe will begin tomorrow in Grenada. Heads of government will deal with the topics of cybersecurity and migration, among others. The Prime Minister Mateusz Morawiecki flew to Spain today. Poland is not just going to the European Council to say a hard no, put a hard veto on the imposition of illegal immigrants on Poland and any quotas to accept these illegal immigrants in Poland. I'm going to Grenada to the European Council to put a hard veto, but also to remind and put on the table the plan that I spoke about 3 months ago, the plan that is the only possible remedy for what is happening in terms of illegal migration. The European People's Party, which includes the Civic Platform and Polish People's Party, is trying to push through a migration pact that would impose taking in illegal migrants or paying fines for refusal to do so. This faction requested an urgent debate during Wednesday's plenary session on the necessity of adopting a migration pact.
Nie będziemy zmuszeni przyjmować.
We will not be forced to take anyone in addition. This is fake news. There will be no forced relocation. There's not a word about it in this migration pact. Everyone in Europe knows that Polish society has behaved so well in this time of trial and has shown this European solidarity in perhaps the best way in Europe. In 10 days, Poland will hold a nationwide referendum in which voters will have a say on the subject of the forced relocation of illegal migrants. According to politicians in the ruling camp, recent decisions of the European Parliament may positively influence the turnout of the vote. 4 times no, because this will be a very strong argument in which we said, OK, yes, you passed it, but our people said no, and this is the highest authority according to our constitution. France is likely to follow in Poland's footsteps. Yesterday, President Emmanuel Macron said he favours constitutional amendments that would expand the number of topics eligible for a referendum vote. This referendum could be contagious. Even President Macron has said that if the French demand a referendum, it will be held. If a few more countries participate, then the migration pact will be blown up. After the events on the Italian island of Lampedusa, when thousands of migrants flocked to the island's shores in just a few days, the Polish government decided to adopt a resolution on the European Union's migration policy. We don't want a second Lampedusa in Poland. Yesterday, while listening to the debate in the European Parliament on this pact, in which I participated, I had the opportunity to hear the accounts of colleagues, not only from my political group, but also from other countries, who discussed and showed facts about what is happening in countries where the immigration chaos is so great that the situation is out of control, and the citizens of those countries are at risk. This simply has to be opposed, and the referendum is extremely important. As politicians from the ruling party point out, if voters oppose the admission of illegal migrants in the referendum vote, they will give the government a strong mandate to block this legislation.